This battle took place on the 11th. The good news is that I just had a baby. I had a baby boy born, and when you bring the good news to your family, my mother still plays the stock market. That's a headache, guys. Behind the family to the center. I hope that in the near future, there will not be many more events. We'll have more curriculum. Middle line Aatrox of XIAOCHAOMENG. Pearl details. With attention. 2 damage nips. With the help of a shield. And Xiao Chao Meng needs a shield too, against fatal shots like just now. However, to the ultimate possibility of Aatrox, this one must be a mop. Healthy rust structure. Need the restoration of Kindmarin and the second wind. Let's see. And flick at exfoliate Sao. Hit with speed. Make a deal with the Ergot brothers. Stop if Fido stick the way down is Saja along with Rio. The Kia side recognized the Xiao Chao Tre ha ha ha. When you get back to this server, I will. Not even Luffy. The rank is too high, but the current high level is coming. Top level server challenge is also. I'm as familiar with Xiao Chao as I was in previous seasons. Luffy the Highlander is coming. There's a chat coming from ... The day before, there was also a book. If you know the Sao live streaming host. Chat like this or not. A general also has the ability to combine with Lyson. Just raise a Q, guys. Waiting for the power level BA. To strong heat with full combo BAQ. At the beginning of the battle, the soldiers in with Lixander, so the middle way, and even push continuously, but the enemy shocks with his hand. It's safe to go back to fam with the Qs in the distance. But we can't escape the structural phases. The farm is still very good. Farm index comes from Saint Streamer. Continue Q soften soldiers to eat soldiers in the cylinder. It's a second slide. High probability of slipping to the third child. I hit my hand and 8 out of 12 get electrocuted by the enemy second time. The Magician General Midway Shock. Usually Sander's Q to avoid level BA first, with extremely full blood state. If you use NFQ, these two will lose one. Have level BA Wintar jobs of Xiao Chao Meng. Be a lattice rule 1 EWQ to right angle. 3 fatal rules but no burning. But there's no final burning. It's only level BA. Lysera is forced to press to bottles. Stick B a fatal rule is still go. Just the enemy. 3 rules of perfect life. Ping Li is dead. Are pushing very hard and there's probably no problem with. Enemy variable speed I plug. That's easy thanks. A bet that can push the losing way. The farm lost at the beginning of the battle. Take 80% of the blood. The real dirty thing. The enemy does not move. Level 4 is actually not finished yet. Each of you has a sip, brother. Millet QB a hit hand. W eat soldiers not as successful as E back with a K fad. The opponent is trying to block Xiao's B click. I don't know if they lost soldiers, but it probably won't take too much. But the streamer's decision was to stay. Lee Sonra can play Electric Shock style as well, or you can play Mysterious Meteorite. The enemy E next. The opponent loses E and gives Q a success. The enemy is intending to approach a Lee Sin, and the enemy knows that this top coat. Continue to stick Q of Lee Sona. Lee Sin plugged in his eye, but the sound waves were dodged slightly. It's going to tend to hit the middle way. Continue the good remote soldier rule. If Lee Sin is present, he will run away. Keep sticking the ice. He's pinging constantly and seems to have Lee Sin. Yes. Maybe. But this is a phase. Simon has a second life. Urgos is there and Sun Simon is pressing B. Can you run or not? Where is this Urgid? It's full, brothers. A drill, a rose, and a shoe. Usually, the enemy invests a lot of brothers. When 2 is not perfect, the opponent moves out. And if Q is a deterrent, the enemy is quick to scorn and dodge. It's been a while. Guys, it's actually not that hard. This game is for going mid should confront with Lysandra. The boss is breathing a little with XIAOCHAOMENG. And network for Sire. With this beginning, it's going to be a show. The Holy Spirit is the Holy Spirit, my brothers. QBA also successfully full combo BAQ. To be able to run away from an opponent who's been snatched by a chain horn, it can't stand the heat. And then there's the 3 critical rules that don't need a W. Listana must have gone home. 3 cents ha. Even on fighters, the damage comes from a Zugwith. Now with for plus Q, it's still a lot. This floor should be reset, guys. It's a water dragon. This is a very powerful dragon, brothers. The road on Asus is actually quite difficult to compete. On the upper wing, the enemy will surely return. Lee Sin with Urgot clamped in is also a bit dangerous, ha. A W or not. QBA did not arrive from the field. There's exhaustion that comes from Urgot too. Urgot not passionate enough to dominate turns to end. Kali Sumera intended to wrap back. Agog is broken and Lee Sin is running and Agate is running. But watch out for Kala Sesera. In fact, the Agad doesn't move. Probably not too dangerous for you. He won't stand on the farm. The enemy will push the Yugig out of the middle. After the start of 9 minutes, add a national bird bar. Sujin started for Aatrox of Stamong. Dude! My friend! News has no TP either. Push back with Agate. Q a success. QB a horizontal but not fatal hit hand 1 hit. That makes sense. Unfortunately, not enough passion to finish the first beat. The contempt of the Agog was interrupted by ST's Q, and can't go back. This game is going to stop being really jealous, guys. And 6 networks where Vital Stick interferes. In the middle line along with the lower line are also saved. But right now, Saya is turning green again. Chilha is obviously a rank expert. But what you see is, when the Xiao expertise returns to this server, hit the chill. I even hit Len. It's the mid lane, not the upper lane, but still hit extremely hard with first starts. There's Su Jin Spear, decided to move down Zhang with Lissandra. Real decided to rush in to save the gunner. The Cyan lost a lot of blood. Doomsday Warrior Q to Intrinsic. Continue punching, continue fit Dodic have Storm Crow. Q these 2 angles go along the wall. Double kill. What is pro? Into the cylinder so early. Into the suicide column, sir. Although it's a little late coming from Xiao Chao Meng. Extremely high quality. Sachamong's Aatrox and Fido Stick are present. Network scanning is simple. 2 kills for Aatrox of Satamong. Rich again. After the turn of the upper wing, after the turn of the second brothers. The spear in the second item. This room probably has no resources to PK brothers. Saya along with Real also summon the last. There are still to depth fit items in this game. Give it up, brothers. The road is only the road above. Let's start the battle. The rest is pretty good. He managed to dodge Naughty's Q. I actually got a Q just now. They will also lose a lot of blood. Blood retention for a 2-pack situation. The guys in the air don't know what they're doing. One game that doesn't just stop at to depths. Brothers! It's too messy. But probably support land back to Cho. Saturday wings go ha. If it is Saturday mid. His feeling is to push no back the listener. It's still on the way in about 12 minutes. Q is successful. Q to opponent loses a lot of blood. Stop the enemy and reveal your location. You can't go directly from Lissandra. The enemy has the bacteria. You need a mercury shoe. When the enemy has Lissandra, but the rest. The wrong physical damage. The Tana. On mercury shoes. Barbed wire. If the enemy dares to fight this dragon, it is unlikely to be abandoned. Even the Sataming team has always had the power chain. A good internal RWQ to not critical. The enemy does not dare to raise 2. A success. There is no blood, brothers. Ping team, but that seems to be Ping AI. This phase Q1W is not enough damage. Lee Sin was kicked. There's the Doomsday Warrior shield up Q. Fit unscheduled approach to the Crow Storm. There's Iron Safari, but Lysera is still on the board. Let's go up and make a friend. Its location. It seems like this game brings down your life. Then, the enemy pulled a lot of people out. And Titana still goes, with Real's fast-moving investment situation. The combination is really not good. CC husband between Nadi and Lee Sin the corner is not beautiful. To Lysandra it last trick, so Lysera had to reach out to me. It was boring and then, Fit Dostik was present quite close to the storm of crows. Internal fisting by Asian peeling again. It's an Odie that goes along. An attempt to take Shark out for Tristana. General has been changing. The enemy has a green AI. It's a blue jacket, guys. Sire is also starting to suck a lot of life. I decided to go on the wing, brothers. Pulling wings with a Tristana. Oh. Q 3-pronged, 1-pronged, 1-pronged, 1-pronged. No, Q1 didn't work. It's not fatal, I'll see Sarah right away. But there's a lot of CC, right? Not in time for the Heavenly Spear. Enemy. The enemy's upper wing is actually losing control. There's no AI on the wing. Stop working. Fido Stick is having a game, although there aren't many networks. The middle line has a fight and Real is open for Sire shot. But it's a network for Real with burning. A little late coming from Sire. The road below. Tristana is. And then there's another pillar. It's both a network for Real and a pillar for Sire. He was just a messenger. In general, if you pull 3 people down, you break the upper wing. Any size is on the intern stimulating side. But you need too many Mercury shoes, CC. Agree that the enemy a lot of physical damage. Effect resistance of Mercury shoes. At least when I wake up, I can still shake. What is the point of death? There is no big goal, brother. This Mercury board shoe has the right to upgrade BA shoes. It also costs a little bit. Continue to walk after having Mercury shoes. Then this threshold of power stands. And sometimes the end of things is. It's easy to run. Now, if you don't catch it, it's hard. But catching it takes too much time and resources. Not to mention the 600 team. Close-up flanking type. It's too late and the upper wing is. Assis is chained up. I'm on my heels, brothers. Then, with the Fito Stick messenger called the Midway Messenger. Attack the ice to take Lysandra's life. The second pillar can be driven down to the second. But this phase can hit pillar 3. From the heel back. The enemy despises success, fisting a blow intrinsic with Chiteli Ira. Yeah, God. But it's a little hard to kill a peeler, and the Doomsday Warrior with the inner divinity. That's a blow. But fear is to eat the red amulet of a deadly sign. I have a fake check here, sir. Fake check is only available. He just got scared and he's still quiet. Damage from the 600 state team. A little lost. Our forest is like a forest. Lee Sin is dead. Kristana has the most lives. Not too ominous. Be a paper too. Didn't decide to buy a drill. This equipment BA is not equipped BA. But in return will give Aatrox range. 3,000 or nearly 4,000 blood. We covered with Tristana's death reminder. But it's only going down a little bit, guys. And to kill Aatrox, this is not easy. I'm to green with 7 lives. Decided to go the wing way. The upper wing has no target. Aatrox is a little. Is Aatrox the way down or the way up, their brothers? Then, with a green cyan, the first line Aatrox. As long as there's a Saya dam in the back. Teammates who want to control Aatrox. This is Aatrox destroy. Increase the amount of damage. Amount of experience. It doesn't have the same charms as Aatrox. Enemy be a pillar. Guillotine hand with spear glass Q to internal QBA. Stick damage. Then Q. Footstick death drill. And then Saya is shooting Saya with contempt. And successfully support Saya to survive. 1,000 standard damage. $1,000 standard damage for this agate. Even more than Darius second, always brothers. Up to 1,000 standard sal thanks to. Then buy some towels. I want the last one at the top. If you can solve the last trick. Then the sequence with the inner divinity must be alive. It's just this level on the towel. It's a little bad. It's still a big win for the super team. And the important thing is that it's all in the hands of the science. How many lives did the team remove? KD to 26 from Fit. I have Infinity 22 minutes. A sugarcane Sasha can still hold an infinity tree. Many of these games, thanks to the Black Axe, tighten the front line and remove enemy armor. Probably not. The enemy's life is thin, brothers. Sarah Leeson doesn't have pure resistance. Naughty is just a support. There's no such thing as a painty flag or a file. Then hold the infinity and Cyan has shot them all, brothers. For Xiao Chao Meng team. Saya. Toad for Fido stick and handle cylinder 2. For empty worms that let Zaya head touch the pillar. The structure is agate approximately 1 ca of blood. Lee Sanri's last stand. The storms of revolt. More. I can't do anything with anger, brothers. The fighting will probably stop for a while. Fighting is actually relatively simple. Saya herself was a general. Finished peeling at. Then, it's just Aklik and networked. Is this attached? jerking all over me. Go back and get the claw before you. But for 1,000 blood to shock this striped cloak to death. The blood of my brothers. The car is green. Stop playing any game or top then chill guy news. A28KDA after 24 minutes. It's not a chill dog, it's a chill dog. A relaxing dog. Wind dragon handle. Out behind the mountain road in the south. And burned to death. Saya just shot me but let me go. Prove the end of the world. A phase of icy roads. Christina was held back by her inner self and that the network for Aatrox of Sao allows. Knocked down. You look there. Cristiano of Lysander is very mobile. In the end, you're both on the board. Why the decision to quit? I can run with a drop of blood, but the line between the valves is actually to Y. This is the Aatrox. The day the king returned. All servers know the name. All servers recognize Saint Germain in the same way. And processing this stroke from the Q path is extremely skillful. To fight things. Q2 succeeded. The enemy is hiding. Enemy dragon. Continue Q and opponent dodges Q a fatal. Lee Sign is Lee Sign can dodge QBA. Sound waves glide about coming from the field Simong QAW. A shield also comes from the Simum yard. Broken into Muster Shark. Ha ha ha! You to go to the temple. For 1,000 blood and it takes a total of 4 people. But if you succeed, you have to return it. Nasus is still a true dog. People fight, but live and die no matter what you push. Speed comes from fit. The storm of rebellion. This is a game-ending phase. It's really a team that fights AI or brothers. I'm reviewing phase and game. Nasus. It's still the demon of the super server, guys. Go mid but that chop leader Sanra. At level 2, you're already dead, guys. I don't know how much Dame this time. I got my Dame on win game. This is the final score of the last game. I don't have an MVP. That's about 28,300 damage. A game in which Saya dies has only the first 2 lives. Raw mid Gan fail finished upside down. And this lip sandal. The structure pushes the control line. BA rules fatally lost Len always. This is a game that Xiao showed. With how to equip. Is what? At the entrance to equip gladiators with Su Jin. Asteric claw glass. Let's react a little. Xiao share of the family situation. I have to go to work very hard. This is sharing. Here. That's what happened at my mother's house. People on the internet say the right thing. There's a new development. The reason is that after the children of the German super team went to work. You are not the son of a great man, my brothers. After Du Duke's child super, I am the son of the Xiao Chao Meng. After Xiao Cheng's child was born, why did you call the good news journalist? I didn't expect to find out. That's gambling in the stock market, guys. And as long as people recognize themselves, it's called self-enlightenment. People stop. Duckheads are hard to advise. Like a village ghost. 3 years from now, we're going to invest a few thousand more. There is no other way to use force. Every family has its own suffering. See how Sachemong handles it. Even from the face, it's impossible to raise gamblers, brothers. How to solve next? It's crazy now. I'm still working and my mother is at home. The house is far away and unmanageable. I have to control it directly. It's been less than 2 months since I got home. Wait, what did she say? Retire? Take 3,000, 5,000 to invest, for heaven's sake. The most worrying thing has finally happened. Tell me to throw away my mother's computer. Send your mom's phone here. Take your phone and sell your computer. I told you not to talk anymore. Don't get bored. Don't get bored as an excuse. Sao Simon's mother said, "You can't get a job. My mother was very sick in my dream. If you say go to work, you can't." Every family has its own problems, brothers and sisters. I can't do it now. I've been trying to work on the loan. But it still seems to be the circumstances behind it. I don't know if I'm getting married or not, but you guys lost a lot of money. This round is continuing to focus on plowing. It's hard to say hope. Help a little, yeah. Finish it and break it in the back. Then, it's for Saint On. I also hope that Saint Trump's child was born healthy. 2 days ago, I went to the OT stream to take care of it. And thank you very much. With the Isaac Remix curriculum, Lee Sandra at Chinese Super Server. Or for this video clip of the curriculum. Van Tong's channel is slightly losing its recommendation. For the video clip of Van Tong to get back the proposal soon, and hopefully, there will be better signals for streamers.